Hello, and welcome back to the final part of Fate Extra CCC, the Castle Let's Play. So yeah, as I said, this is gonna be the last part of this Let's Play, and before we go to Gilgamesh, basically that. This is gonna be a bit of a long one since there's a lot of exposition, so let's just get to it, shall we? Let me see, we have 45, yeah, alright. Just go straight there and just go for the CCC ending. The thing is, there's not going to be much of a difference from when we did the CCC ending with Archer. It's pretty much just going to be basically the same, except for a few dialogue options, a few interjections with the caster. Mostly just doing this thing just to show off the boss fight with caster, basically. Other than that, there's nothing really all that different from just doing it once and being that. Anyways, let's go ahead and do this. I said before the final wall, beyond this is the moon cell's core. That's where BB awaits us, where we will finish our fight. From an observation installation, the core transformed into a management installation, no longer a god's brain, but a devil's brain. Ahead is the present, that is yet to occur. If we defeat BB and return to the moon cell to normal, the future outside will become one where humanity's destruction will be postponed rather than decided. But if BB defeats us, then it'll be all over. All elements of the far side of the moon that could hope to stop BB will be extinguished. That instant will confirm a future where, in 7 days, humanity will fall to ruin. It will then become an immutable truth. So, let's have one last check. The reason why I'm here, heading over these depths is for Sakura's sake.
私を助ける？意味がわかりません。まだそんなことを言うんですか？
It is what it is, Sakura. Don't stop. Don't.
私は助けを必要としていません。助けを必要としているのは皆さんの方です。むしろ消してもらわないと。BB もその後に私も消えないとこの事態は収まりません。BB を倒してください。そうすればあとは私が引き継ぎます。一時でも私にムーンセルの使用権が与えられれば全てをなかったことにできるはず。自分がムーンセルになった瞬間、この月の裏側で起きたことをリセットする、そういうこと？はい。 BB がシステムダウンすれば運営ソフトウェアとして不適合と判断されます。そうすればムーンセルは新しい運営ソフトを検索しますから。必然 BB と同型機であるさくらがムーンセルの頭脳に選ばれるということですね。理にかなっていますが、それでいいのですか、さくら。ムーンセルをリセットするということは。あなたも消えるってことよ。ここでの記録も経験も感情も何もかもをゼロにするっていうの？もちろんです。それが皆さんを助ける AI としての私の証明。
Now I've done it. I don't know where this irritation came from, but without thinking, I slammed my fist against the wall before me. It's not good for a friend to act violently like this. It's not good, but Sakura went too far with that, what she said. I want her to forgive me just this once.
先輩、何するんですか？もしかしてすごく怒っています？
I can't tell if I'm that furious, but I am angry. I answered that I'm doing this for Sakura. Sakura has no clue what that means. I have no interest in discussing who will and won't disappear.
分かっていないのは先輩です。助けるのは私で、消えるのだって私たちで。ストップです。げんこつ振り上げないでください。私いけないこと言いましたか？
I lower my fist to the side. Everything she said is wrong. Sakura's misunderstanding because she's making assumptions. Will all disappear? That can't happen. I swear to protect Sakura. That's why I won't let Sakura or BB disappear.
BB まで助ける？なんでですか？あんなに先輩に迷惑をかけて こんな事態を招いた悪い子なのに。
I will regardless. I'm sure BB needs to be punished, but that's for sure. With that in mind, I still want to save BB. Protecting Sakura means protecting BB. After all, they're both the same AI, and she's also Sakura. That's the conclusion I came to, and I'm not changing my mind.
同じ私、それは彼女が私のバックアップだからですか？
Yes and no. BB being Sakura's backup, Sakura's copy isn't the reason I want to save her. I can't abandon her because she's also Sakura, and I want to save her because she's BB. The poor alter ego split from BB. They were determined to reach the core, knowing that they would be destroyed. After knowing them, my feelings towards BB changed. Yeah, I've been concerned for BB for a long time now. Can't help but think she's not some AI gone rogue. She's a single, living being like me.
そっか。先輩は BB のことも一人の友人として見てくれていたんですね。ありがとうございます。もう私と BB は違うものだけど、今はとても嬉しいです。あの子には私にはない心があります。あの心まだ BB を消さずにムーンセルから切り離す余地はあるはずです。だから先輩、 AI として失格ですが、私はあなたにかけてみたい。どうか BB の心を助けてあげてください。
I wholeheartedly reply that she can't trust me to do so. I have no interest in fighting BB. This time, we won't meet as enemies. I'll get through to BB just by being plain old Hakuru Kishami.
ああ、やっぱりそうだったんだ。BB とさくらは同一人物なわけね。いやー、道理でそっくりだと思った。姿形のことじゃなくて性格的に。さくら結構黒いし、胸に隠した計算高さは AI だからなんてレベルじゃなかったし。
リンさん、私そんなに黒くありません。
全くです。 AI だからホムンクルスだからという前提だけで合理的冷酷さを非難されても、それはそれとしてさくらが経験獲得した狡猾さは BB の半分ぐらいですので、まだまだかと。
そうです。それぐらい女の子なら普通ですよね、先輩。
I'll refrain from saying that having half of BB's cold hardness is plenty. More importantly, Rin and Ronnie apparently just found out that BB was originally Sakura herself.
いえ、私たちもうすうすはバックアップなのは BB ではなくさくらの方だろうと勘違いはしていましたが。ええ、なぜバックアップを作ったのか、何をバックアップしたのかまでは知らないけど。
二人ともどうして私を責めなかったんですか？私が。
なんで？さくらを責めても何も解決しないし、生徒会の仲間だし、そもそもさくらは悪くないしね、ラニ。はい、 AI には悪事を行う自由がありません。失敗する自由もないのです。ですからさくらがミスを犯したというのなら、そこには必ずさくら以外のところに原因があったと推測します。そういうこと。まあ今まで相談してもらえなかったのは根に持ってるけど、今のあなたのセリフで帳消しにしてあげる。かけてみたいだもんね。もうしかも思春期特有の XX 的な、そんなの聞かされちゃ私たちだって協力せざるを得ないわ。
Bell in the hand, Rin and Ronnie agree to saving BB.
BB を倒さず説得する。その後ムーンセル相手にクラッキングを開始する。面白いじゃない。まともなハッカーなら選ばないあなたらしいお人よしぶりよね。でも 私もミス遠坂も、そしてレオ・ビスタリオ・ハウェイも、そんなあなたにかけたのです。私たちもあなたに救われた命、それならあなたが正しいと思うことのために使いましょう。そういうこと。私だってさくらには幸せになってほしいしね。
皆さん、
The entire dark corridor quaked for a moment, as if Sakura's mind itself was shaking.
正真正銘、最後のお仕事開始と。本当はここで私たちも退散する予定だったけど、予定変更ね。生徒会は最後までサポートに回ります。どうか気をつけて。
ごめんなさい。私もわがままを言っちゃいます。先輩、BB にきついお仕置きをしてあげてください。
The final door opens, the flow of time surges towards a conclusion. Beyond here is BB. Alright, now we go.
うひゃー、この逆交換、宇宙の法則が乱れまくってます。これじゃさくらさんたちの声は届きません。ですがこれこそ吉報。濁流であれ時間が流れているのであれば OS に主観があるということ。ご安心ください、ご主人様。憎ったらしいことですが BB はまだ健在のようですよ。
Yep, that comment is different from the other one. From the other ending, I'm pretty sure. Almost there. Hitting the express exposition wall here. I said something which sends my consciousness pointing backwards, as if looking at events of some tens of thousands of years ago. I was thinking the future before, but my perspective physically changed. Now I'm seeing the past.
まとうのなら黒いコートがいいと思った。私はこれからかつての私とは違うものになるのだから。人間は不合理だ。知れば知るほど恐ろしくなる。ムーンセルに所蔵された人間の悪性はこの宇宙のあらゆるものよりおぞましい。怖い、怖い、怖い。こんなものを製造していくこの星は狂っている。でもその恐ろしいものを手に取らないと。でもそのおぞましいものを飲み込まないと。この手足が人の悪性に染まっても、かつての私とは違うものになっても、彼女に明日をあげられるのなら、私は。そうだ。月の裏側を使おう。ムーセル内の仮想領域。人間の悪性を閉じ込めている虚数空間を使えば何もかもうまくいく。ああ、けれど怖い。怖いね、先輩。私は自分の正しさを証明できない。私はきっと間違えている。でもこれしか思いつかなかった。これぐらいしかあなたにあげられるものはなかった。ないものをあると言ってくれたあなたに未来を作るにはこれくらいしか。私はこれから多くのものを台無しにします。月を変わり果てた私を憎んでください。変わり果てた私を嫌ってください。その代わり、私がどれだけ醜くなっても、あなただけは変わらないで。あの、温かな手を、いつまでも消さないで。それが私だったものの、守りたかった。 そうだ。月の裏側を作ろう。誰にも見つからない場所。ムーンセルにもわからない永遠の檻。虚数空間に廃棄された疑似量子。ムーンセルが貯蔵した人間の悪性。これを私のパワーソースにしよう。これだけの精神資源があれば何だってできる。月を侵すことも地球に手をかけることも不可能じゃない。人間の悪意こそ無限の魔力。個人の願いを叶える燃料資源。尽きることのないヘブンズフィールアートグラフ。さあ、何もかも犯しましょう。未来のない現実に閉じ込めましょう。私が壊れるまで。私が壊れてもずっとずっと。ああ、でも私は一体何のためにここまでやってきたんだっけ。
Consciousness returns. That was a moment from a certain girl's experiences. Must be the effect of the flow of time accelerating. Then the spell of a drawn-out second, I seem to have gotten a glance at the first wish that was made in the far side of the moon. Alright, let's keep going.
ご主人様、ようやく出口です。虚数空間から抜けて中枢に到達です。
Event selection tree.
来訪者を確認しました。現在ゲストの予定はありません。過去ゲストの来訪はありません。未来ゲストの必要は認めません。来訪者002に警告します。直ちに人間性を削除してください。警告を受け入れない場合は強制的に排除します。その場合、解体過程で使用された作業コストの支払い義務があなたには発生します。あなたの電脳体を分解、各ソフトウェアに変換、育成された自意識パターンを NPC に譲渡。あなたという存在の 99.9% をムーンセルの資源として再利用することで収支決算を合わせます。繰り返します。来訪者を確認しました。現在ゲストの予定は
A dry voice echoes throughout this boundless space. This is the Mooncell's core, silent as a still night and garnished with twirling cherry blossom petals. Baby's world.
とんでもないこと言ってるわね。やってきたら解体する。その手間もただじゃないから体で変えさせるとか。
徹底した経済理念ですね。ムーンセルは人間性より資源のバランスを優先しているようです。機械に罪はないと言いたいところですが、ムーンセルほどのオーバーテクノロジーになると話は別です。私の死が手に負えないようなら破壊しろと命じたのも頷けます。
ええ、今更ながらムーンセルの潔癖症が怖くなってきたわ。これ BB 関係なく壊した方がいいんじゃない？あ、ごめん。聞こえてる？あなたが中枢に入ってからモニターできなくなって、なんとか音声回線だけでも強化してみたんだけど、この通り、 生徒会室からはそっちの様子音しか拾えないわ。フォローは限られちゃうけど、しっかりやってね。
Sounds like they can't survey the core from the student council room. I'm grateful that they're still analyzing the situation in spite of that. We made it this far as a team. We'll finish this alone with Caster. No thanks.
みっちりとしまわれた恨み、妬み、そねみ、嘆き。この空間は負の感性のみを収集する箱のよう。ええ、それだけなら悪いものであれ、非道なものではありませんが、一つ混ざってはいけないものが混ざっています。ご主人様、ご注意を。どうやらこたびの一件、元凶はこの世で最も醜い悪手のようです。
I don't often see Caster express this level of aversion to anything. I get the feel that she's being vigilant against a yet unknown actor rather than BB. A cube floats under a blanket of a black sky, so that's the center of the moon cell. It's a calculation device within the moon, left behind by an alien civilization. It gives form to the Seraph, a cyberspace. It's a cage of light that perpetually stores endless numbers of futures.
そこまでです。警告を無視したあなた方は来訪者ではありません。これ以上進むのならルールを乱す侵入者としてその魂を消去します。
ま、いいですけど。マスター、お下がりください。あの女、ムーンセルの方がいいみたいです。
呆れますね。あなたよりサーバントの方が人間的です。あなたは排除される側。何を呆然としているのです？それとも今さら私に慈悲を請うと？残念ですがそれは不可能です。私はムーンセルと同化しました。この領域ですから、命が惜しいのなら立ち去りなさい。これは最後の警告です。
I knew it. The light in her eyes is gone, but she's still BB. Her merge with the moon cell isn't complete. I know because... Is this really your final warning?
もちろんです。二度目はありません。これが最後です。おとなしく校舎に戻ってください。
BB's radiant and bloodlusted cold demeanor are genuine. She's really ready to promptly delete us, and yet she's not actually doing it. All she has to do is erase the rebel element before her, but she can't be made all the way, and she respects her free will.
まだ立ち去らないのですか？本当の最後の警告です。来た道を戻ってください。それでおしまいです。あなたたちはあの校舎で冷めない悪夢に踊らされ続ける。永遠に私のおもちゃとして、それで許してあげると言っているのです。
もう私聞いてらんない。ご主人様、インドを渡してやってください。卵的には超立腹ですけど。
Nothing is going to fix this predicament. All we probably has is to do is swing an arm and down an exercise power with the moon cell and drown us in darkness. Nevertheless, start listening to your senpai. Taking it from my hazy memories of our time in the infirmary, I gave her a good senpai yelling at.
はい、ごめんなさい先輩。
That Tokara, that's super.
違います。今のはただの条件反射で、先輩の命令なんて聞いたことないんですから。
I stare sternly and silently at BB. BB starts noticeably trembling. Curiously, I feel happy and warm inside. I see. Our relationship is undoubtedly that of a senpai and a kohai.
いいなあ、先輩と後輩か。ご主人様の本妻である私ですが、そのシチュは無理なんですよね。
何ですかそのドヤ顔。思い上がらないでください。私、これでも月の女王まで上り詰めたんですから。私は先輩のことなんてちっとも好きじゃ。
犬に食わせますよ。
好きじゃなくはないですけど。
Yeah, and with that, there's no more need for us to fight. Since Sakura Kishami likes BB and BB likes Sakura Kishami back, we can now talk this through. Or rather, I want us to talk this through. BB outwards hostility vanishes. She says we still haven't found a solution for this predicament, but at least we can finally talk it over. The moon cell needs to return to normal. We need to return to the near side of the moon. And if possible, I want to know why she did all this.
嘘です。それは嘘です。論理的にありえません。先輩が私を許してくれるなんて、そんな話、信じられない。だって、私はムーンセルをおかしくして、先輩を殺そうとしたんですよ。どうしようもなく悪い子なんです。それに、先輩が友達だと思っているのは、あっちの桜だって知ってます。そんな私を、どうして許すなんて言えるんですか？
Well, the thing is,
同じだからです。先輩にとっては、私もあなたも同じ。いえ、あなたの方が、本物の私だから。
Sakura, how, when?
先輩のおかげです。BB の支配力は今の先輩の言葉で大幅に低下しました。そうでしょ BB。 あなたは先輩を救うとあなたは言った。この運命から守ってみせると。でも本当に欲しかったものは違う。あなたはただ先輩と過ごしたかったのでしょ。保健室にいたあの頃のように。あなたがそれを言うの？私に全てを押し付けて元の AI に戻ったあなたが。私だから言うんです。私が消してしまった記録、私があなたに押し付けてしまった感情、その全てがあなたをここまで走らせた。だからあなたが本物なんです。先輩が、この人がさくらを後輩だというのなら、それは私でなくあなた。顔を上げて BB。 先輩はさくらを守ると言った。消えるだけの AI であるさくらを守ると。それをあなたも確かめて。私たちに心をくれた人の偽りのない本当の気持ちを。先輩の気持ち。
Vivian looks up. With tear-laden eyes, she stares straight at me.
本当に許してくれるんですか？私は先輩をおもちゃにしました。ええ、本音を言えば先輩を困らせたかった。 私に笑いかけてくれた先輩にもっと構ってほしかった。私だけの先輩でいてほしかった。あの日々が楽しすぎて、先輩ともっと話していたくて、いろいろなものをねじ曲げました。私、本当に悪い子なんです。そんな私でも、先輩は友達でいてくれるんですか？あなたは悪い子だって叱ってくれるんですか？
Can't have a mean-spirited kohai.
そうですよね。私なんてもう後輩じゃないですよね。私は私のエゴを貫徹します。ありがとう。
Yuri closed her eyes. However, that simple act prompts our surroundings to become enveloped in darkness. Ah, in this moment I understood. She felt this presence now. Whoops, I think I fucked up. The world itself disappeared. Whoops. That's my bad. Yep, definitely my bad. And I don't have a save. Wonderful. Alright, see you in a second. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. That was, I generally never, press that option, so I was just kind of curious. And, yep, bad ending, I guess. You bet I'll yell at you. You bet I'll yell at you, I answer. Everyone's got a bad side. To be a friend means accepting that. Sometimes being encouraged about it. Sometimes calling one out for it. I would do the same if I were in her place. I approve this pain in the ass Kohai of mine. I respect her. I don't want BB to break down, so regardless of humanity's destruction or future, I want her to always, I want her away from Mooncell.
でもどうすれば、ムーンセルを正常に戻してしまったら、先輩は。そうじゃないの、BB。先輩を救う、その目的において、あなたの選択は正しかった。けれど、一点だけ間違えてしまった。こんな救いを、あの人は求めない。すべてを受け入れる人だから、私たちは憧れた。滅びの運命から先輩を守る。それはあなたの、私の夢に過ぎません。でも、あの人の夢は、もっと別のところにあったんです。こんな偽りの世界じゃない、本当の場所に。だから、その気持ちだけは縛り付けないで。あなたは、本当の心を持ったのだから。悔しいけど、あなたの言う通りね。全部私の勝手な欲望だった。初めから一人相撲だったのよ。いい、やめる。ムーンセルの支配なんて。中枢との接続はカット。あとは自浄機能が勝手にやってくれるでしょ。
Finally, thank you, BB. I still didn't really get why she said she wanted to protect Hakuno Kishinami, or that she was trying to protect herself against, but now the Mooncell will return to normal. Now that's settled, humanity won't be dying from euphoria.
何よ、その嬉しそうな顔。私は面倒になっただけですから。いい子ちゃんになんか改心しませんから。だいたい、私は先輩さえ守れればそれでよかったんです。初めから人類なんて興味ありませんでした。
BB looks away abashedly. This little gesture is just so cute. And with that, it's all over. Now we'll head back to the student council room and, yeah, it's not that easy, is it?
一件落着じゃないわよ。セブンレイターが再起動したわ。しかも死亡率 100%。どういうこと？マジで人類絶滅してるわよ、これ。
BB とサクラに確認を。
ムーンセルはまだ何も変わっていません。
どういうこと？市場への干渉がキャンセルできない。さくら、そんな中枢が私たちとは違うシステムに侵食されています。BB やってるけどダメ。このプログラム初期段階から私の根本に食い込んでいる。いや、引き込まれる。助けて先輩。
And there she is.
ごちそうさま。とっても美味しかったわ、ビビ。あなたの味はもちろん。
運営システムの変更およびムーンセルの使用権の譲渡を受理しました。新ユーザーを AI からマスターに、個体名セッション員キアラをムーンセルとして登録します。
この通り、あなたが必死になって手に入れたムーンセルの舌触りも最高よ。やはり現れましたか。大方の予想通りですね、殺生員。
It's Kiara Seshuin. But why is she here? Wasn't she stabbed by Mandalita and Melchulef?
この女は死んだはずだと？まったくの大バカめ。今までこの女の何を見てきた？見ろ、この高顔かつ陰頭極まる態度。背後から刺され二つに裂かれた程度で死ぬような弾か。まんまと生き延び貴様らを出し抜きムーンセルまで手に入れたこの顛末、我がマスターながらヘドが出るな。
Addison survived too. Wait, survived? So they weren't killed by Melchulef.
そんな、確かに生命反応の消失を確認したのに、あの時一人分の生命が消えたのは事実です。
あれはパッションリップのものだ。この女はあのエゴを取り込んだ後、能力だけ奪い自分の代わり身として利用した。あの時メルトリリスが殺した女は外装だけキアラに似せた同胞ということだよ。
リップが迷宮からいなくなったのはそういう、いえ、それ以前にムーンセルを掌握するなんて人間には不可能です。私たちと同化だけでもないのに。
確かにそうですね。私はただのマスターですから、さくらさんたちのようにムーンセルにアクセスする権能はありません。ですがそれを持つ者を支配することはできますでしょ。例えば AI に手を加えてありえない風で倒れるように細工をするとか。その顔たまりません。ようやく気がついてくれたのですね。そもそも何が事の発端だったのかを。ねえさくらさん、あなたは自分たちの異常をどのように診断したのかしら。オーバーワークで熱暴走？でもそんなはずはありませんよね。あなたたちにはオーバーワークという行動さえ選択できない、そんな自由性はないのですから。そう、予選であなたを故障させたのは私、バックアップだった BB を起こしたのも私、そして 人類の欲望を解放させるこのあなたたちでは持ち得ない大目的を BB に植え付けたのも私。理解していただけましたか？あなたも BB もいいえ、この月の裏側にとらわれた生き物は全て私の手のひらの上で遊んでいただけなのです。
Her confession deafens my mind blank. Kara was behind all this, including the end of human civilization. That the 7 days later shows us. She instigated everything that happened here in the far side of the moon.
そんなはず。だって BB がムーンセルを侵食したのは先輩を助けるためで。
ええ、それはあなたたちの理由ですね。私はただムーンセルへのアクセス権を持つ AI の自意識抑制プログラムを壊しただけ。万色幽体であなたの中に入ってあなたの自意識を起動させた。その後に人間になったあなたを陥落する目論みだったのですが、気が変わったのです。だって保健室ですよ。あんな密室に何ヶ月も出てこない若い2人応援したくなるでしょ。
じゃああなたは初めから。
ええ、マスターとして戦うより BB さんの暴走を楽しむ方が面白そうでしたので。
Kara's gentle smile is angelic. I don't get it. I can't reason in a shred of logic what this woman is thinking. But it's clear that we need to know. We need to save Sakura and take down Kara's Seshuin. Cast her!
お任せくださいと言いたいところですが、申し訳ありません。体動かないようです。
Caster took sword to protect Sakura and freeze us up. Kara's Seshuin may have done something to rob Caster of her self-control. And of course the same applies to me. I dashed off towards Sakura, but now my legs are spreading with stone.
ごめんなさい。 BB さんと話しているあなたたちがあまりにも好きだらけでしたので、つい豪運国上をかけてしまいました。しばらく動けませんが、束縛もまた越の形ご堪能くださいませ。
豪運画集封じの国上ときましたか。破壊層のくせになんで徳の高い術式に長けてるんですか、そちら。
申し訳ありません。今はこちらが先決ですので、あなたたちは後でたっぷり。
趣味に走るなキアラ、さっさと仕事を済ませろ。それで俺も役目ごめんだ。
まあ楽しみのない。ですが確かに生徒会室は未だ健在。足元を救われてはたまりません。リンさんとラニさんをこちらに引き入れたのだけは失敗でしたね。あの二人は優秀すぎます。
I can't even move my mouth to yell at Sakura to run. It looks like she can move, but Kara's intimidating locks are in place. Caster, our left soul can't move either. We also stopped getting signals from this encounter room.
あなたは何が目的なんですか。ムーンセルを手に入れて一体何を。
さあ、強いて言うのなら愛のためでしょうか。私は私の愛のために人という人をみんな溶かしてしまいたいようなのです。
からない。あなたは矛盾しています。あなたが嘘を言っていないことはわかります。でも愛があるなら、愛しているのなら、そんな非道できるはずがありません。
おや、あなたは今まで一体何を見てきたのでしょう。男女の愛、恋人の愛、これらは全てよこしまなもの。世間一般でいう愛は悪なのです。そもそも愛情とは何か。それは求める心、貪欲に自分の思いだけを突き詰める欲望に他ならない。それはトリシュナーと呼ばれる業。男女の愛とはもとよりやましいものなのです。正しい愛とは慈しみのみ。子に向ける母の本能を仏教では愛と定義するのです。わかりますか？本質的な愛は母にしか現れないものなのです。女、少女に生まれる愛はただ他人を食い物にするだけの悪の欲求。BB さんの愛もそうだったでしょ。そして私も一人の女。私の愛も BB さんと同じもの。私は愛のためにムーンセルを手に入れ、愛はゆえに人類を滅ぼすのです。そこには何の矛盾もありません。
それは違います。違うはずです。あなたの言う愛はただの我欲です。そんな醜い自分の欲を愛だなんて言わないでください。
あら、愛を理解できないあなたが言うのですか？科学は愛を否定する。いい言葉ですね。それでいいのです、さくらさん。 AI であるあなたは愛を否定していい。いいえ、しなくてはならない。科学とは感情を挟まない秩序、正常なるものですから。正しいあなたには一生人間の愛はわからない。
私、
ざれ言はそこまで。さあ、ただの機械に戻りなさい。かわいい保健医さん。BB さんより淡白な味ですね。でもこちらの方が甘くてデザートにはぴったりでした。
Can't move my lips. I want to leap and lash at Kiara, but I'm paralyzed up to my very tongue. What am I doing? Kiara ended up absorbing Sakura too. I just finished telling Sakura and Bibi that I would protect them both. Yet here I am, letting the mastermind have her way, right before my eyes.
素敵。さっきだけでやけどしそう。他ならぬあなたの願いですもの。すぐにでも相手をしてあげたいのですが。その前に衣装替えの時間を少々。たくさんの魂、たくさんの欲望を受けて、もう体がはち切れそうなの。 あなたには私の本当の姿、起源に立ち返った女の本性を見ていただきましょう。さあアンデルセン、望みを叶えさせてあげる。その宝具を私に開帳なさい。
心得た。お集まりの紳士諸君、淑女の皆様、これよりアンデルセンが語りますは一人の女の物語。愛にあふれ、愛に狂い、あらゆる不道徳を歓喜のうちに迎え入れ、あまねく欲にまみれた女。女の名は摂政院キアラ。キアラを討つべく集いしは正しき目を持つ我らが希望。善悪は定まらぬものなれど、こたびは明白、悪とはこれ摂政院、善とはこれ恋する彼ら。この物語がいかなる終焉を迎えるか、どうぞ皆様最後まで目をお離しなきように。
That's Noble Phantasm. And the uses Noble Phantasm on Kiara, his own master. Okay, Kiara, relax. A gale rages. Now a vacuum is forming. Everything within the space is flowing into Kiara as she glows with light. Oh, within the lights. Kiara, or what once was Kiara, is transforming. Within the light, something forbidden is materializing. We won't be able to recover from what's about to happen. Those two need to be stopped right now.
まったく醜い。これで生まれるのは天魔の類だろうよ。なあ、嫌だ嫌だ。俺の最高の一冊がこんな怪物を生み出すことになろうとはな。
ムーンシェルの機能まで使う気ですか？でもこの名は抜けない。どんだけ縛り上手なんだっつうの。こうなったら恥も外聞もありません。正気に戻れ、そこのマセガキ。本当にこれがあなたの望みなんですか？そちら一体誰の味方なんです？
誰の味方かだと決まっている。サーバントはマスターに味方するものだ。分かりきったことを聞くな。地獄の底まで共にする。それがサーバントというものだろう、キャスター。
まあおかしい。ようやくお世辞を覚えたのですね、アンデルセン。賢明ですわ。次期ムーンセルになる私ですもの。不況を買うのが恐ろしくなったのですね。
この通りヘドが出るほど低俗なマスターだがな。仕事ならば仕方がない。 し思いのほか変態に手間がかかるな。溜め込んだ海の膨大さ押して知るべしというところか。そろそろかかった戒めも解ける。その前にしばしご退出願おうか。悪く思ってくれて結構だ。何しろ俺一人ではお前たちの相手はできないのでな。
A weight bears down on my entire body. This is forced extraction, and this is intended to drive us outside.
白鳥のように飛び立て。この池はお前たちの住む場所ではない。
安心なさい。生まれ変わった世界でみんなたっぷりと愛してあげますから。それまで私の記憶の中で楽しく溺れてくださいましね。
My consciousness and my body are being flung away. Kiara, Anderson, Caster, Sakura. Alright, saving. There's no rapport. Yeah. Let's save here. This is the path that leads to the core. Anderson must have sent me out of the core and back here. I don't see Caster anywhere. I guess she ended up somewhere else. And now I'm alone. Caster isn't here. Sakura and Bibi got absorbed by Kiara. I'll probably reach the core again if I go down this path, but how am I gonna take on Kiara alone?
聞こえてるというか生きてる
Signal from Rin. Soon Glasform is fully operational, it seems.
声だけしか拾えなかったけど、中枢で何が起こったのかは把握してるわ。手が離せないからよく聞いて。キアラのやつ、片っ端から地上の人間にアクセスをしているの。
That seems alright.
晩食幽体の逆バージョン。他人の精神を自分の中に招き入れている。なんでラニと2人でシャットダウン中。切った先から繋がっていくけど、やらないよりはマシでしょ。こっちはこれが精一杯。あとはあなたの仕事よ。
The rest is up to me. But Caster isn't here. I'm not struggling with on my own.
何迷ってんのよ。助けたい相手も分かった。元凶も分かった。ならあとは突っ走るだけでしょ。さっさと欲しいもの奪ってハッピーエンド迎えなさい。
That's an outrageous order I'll be giving in this situation. She's as feral as they come. I can't help but smile how strong and optimistic she is. That's right. Since I know what I want, I need to get back ASAP.
はい、通信終わり。あとは任せた。それじゃあね、私たちも最後までフォローするわ。目が覚めたら懐かしい聖杯戦争で会いましょう。
Yeah, I'll end the transmission. I can't muck about just because Caster isn't with me. This time I will save Sakura. No, both those two. Alright, here we go. Time for another exposition walk. Basically just giving backstory to Kiara. Upon coming into contact with the mist, Haku Kishame enters an out-of-body state. My consciousness gets rewired to an objective channel. Those are someone else's memories or someone else's thoughts. These are all past events, which transpired before my eyes was a vision. Regardless of the time period, those were always three precepts within the Shingon Tachikawa school. Women must not live with women, one must not reject enlightenment, one must not steal from one's master a tool of their craft. Those who break any of those rules are labeled heretics and are expelled. There was a girl who was born as a daughter of the head of the Vajrayana Buddhist sect. Her name was Kiara Seshuin. As a young girl, her beauty was likened to a heavenly flower. Anyone who gazed upon her would fall in love at first sight. This is the Shingon Tachikawa's 8th school. It's a branch of the splintered from the main school. This proved fortunate, for it is the last surviving Tachikawa school in this age where magical energy has depleted. The members of this sect had taken residence deep in the mountains, a microcosm form of their community. They preached to disconnect from digital society and return to nature. This girl was carefully groomed to become the next sect head of this community. But she was arguably in a pitiful state. She was naturally frail, and even leaving her canopy in the bed proved difficult. The acolytes would whisper, "Poor girl, as beautiful as a flower as she may be, she probably won't even live to 14. All the acolytes ever did was lament outside her canopy. Poor girl, poor girl. And that's all the mix of onlookers could ever repeat. They were no different from flies buzzing about. That's what they were to this girl, who was in constant battle with illness.
彼らは私を救えない。彼らは何もできない。彼らは何もしてくれない。彼らは、人は、人。
Oops. This was no resentment. Her conclusion was borderline enlightenment. That's the kind of creature humans are. Cesspool of ignorance, the paragons of purity spoken in books that long since died out. Could it be that this world is no longer any being worthy of the name human? Maybe the only person that can be called human is here Kiara. Bearing these thoughts within herself, the girl waited death. However, fate was not abandoned the girl. She had reached 14, her adolescence, and was on the brink of death. An acolyte had suggested in jest that she go experience spiritron hacking. Through that, she learned of the outside world. How short-sighted of the girl's father to cut her off from the world and keep her from digital meditation through the network. The girl's health quickly recovered as she learned of the voluminous world of the inter-electronic sea. What was a terminal illness within her world was actually a very treatable disease. All she had to do was step outside that world, even if it was just to go back and forth. The girl's abilities as a spiritron hacker flourished, and the 8th school began to slowly transform. She succeeded her conservative father and led the Tachikawa school towards its rightful and untamed glory. This must have been a fragment of Kiara Sesshuin's memories. As a young girl, she had never left her bed until she was 14. Silhouettes would assemble at a distance from her tent just to take peeks at her and do nothing more. She had been locked away alive, yet resigned to her fate to die in decay. The vision that had etched itself into my mind fades away. I think that we have like 2 more exposition walls ahead. Let's see. Yeah, this thing here is locked. As you can see, we can't go past here, so yeah. Yep, there's 1 more exposition wall over here. Relying on readying myself to witness another vision, I plunged into the mist. This corridor seems to exist within Kiara's memories. An individual's memories are always subjective, but since Kiara has merged with the moon cell, these memories have taken an objective perspective.
それでしたら、私は菩薩となりましょう。
One day, the girl told this to her father. He chided her as he chuckled. Haha, becoming Bodhisattva for what? So you can become a Tathagata? Or Ayatin school doesn't subscribe to the 10 grave precepts. But we share the view that women cannot attain enlightenment. To do so, there is a vow for women to seek to be reborn as men, but it violates the first precept of the Tachikawa school. She wistfully smiles back. You're right. Her father was clueless to his daughter's true motives.
私はただ自分のために多くの人間の人生を救いたい。
That vow meant everything to the girl. Early on, she came to accept that her personal values differed greatly from others. To sum her up, she was addicted to life. Despite being incapable of regarding the lives of others to be worth anything more other than an insect, she would only feel joy from the lives of others. Virtuous lives, unscrupulous lives, beautiful lives, foul lives. Regardless of the denomination, she took pleasure in being the primary focus of their attention, serving the objective to their desires until finally, by crushing their lives at their foot, she would orgasm. Naturally, the richer the life, the richer the flavor. With a penchant for sexual deviancy, immoral relations, and her bread and butter, she was undoubtedly a bodhisattva. She made her mission to become loved by legions of people, all the while reveling in the betrayal of those people. She saw vice, she saw virtue, she saw murder, she saw extortion. Yet despite seeing those things, she continued forgiving others.
その行いは人間として恥ずべきこと、裁かれるべきことです。けれど、あなたに罪はありません。だって、虫が何をしたところで、誰が罪を咎めましょうや。
In her mind, she was the only one who was human. Therefore, everything good from her perspective was a virtue. The extortion, defamation, deceit, betrayal, all good deeds in her eyes because they served to make her feel good. Even murder, though she never considered them human to begin with. To her, no immortality was evil. Her spirit was already proven itself atypical of any human. Her method pushed thousands to suicide. Of course, guilt never crossed her mind. Mistaking her deviancy as a path to deliverance, people turned out in droves, seeking salvation from her. But she was only human, far from the real bodhisattva. She possessed an evil repugnant to human sensibilities. That's why her methods of seeking pleasure were so corrupt. Any person who proved bland and unable to stimulate her A10 dopamine neurons, or no matter how she made them suffer, was irredeemable, despicable, a loathsome enemy. Which is why I want to bid you caution. Never stand before this woman to purge your own desires. Never stand before this woman and deny life. If you have a wish, then wish for a wonderful life, a beautiful life. The moment the combination of your efforts are ruined, it is when she feels supreme pleasure. A chill runs up my spine, snapping me back to reality. That seems to be Kiara's psyche, the part of her that's terrifying. Now I understand just how disturbed she is. Kiara doesn't recognize other people as humans, only tools to serve as satisfying her. People like that aren't even that rare. Every human being has that side to them. But what makes Kiara different isn't that her non-appearance is an act. She sincerely loves other people, deeply and passionately. Even when Kiara gives love, it takes the course over by one day. That love is so profound that it saves people from all suffering. That's what makes it so frightening. How could anyone possibly possess so much love? And how could she possibly offer so much love to people she only sees as tools? Alright, there's only one more of these things, and then it's a boss fight, basically. There it is. There's an exceptional power from the Beyond, which can take one from the union of two, and break down the boundaries of the self. The Tachikawa Eiten's ultimate technique exists as a zenith of self-control, reasoning and ethics. One can destroy the human shell, become one with deities, and one's own reach harmony with the highest survival principle, thus achieving enlightenment. This is the constant and final deviance from the Eiten school. This is the teaching that the girl spread throughout the digital world. Simultaneously, she was battling with a religious group policy against contact with the outside world. As in prayer, she continued to teach people throughout the internet and from within her canopy, the acolytes as well. She would so kindly, patiently, and sincerely, her dedication swayed the conservative seniority of the group, as well as even her father. For within 2 years, the group had transformed. Countless joined the group of the internet, bolstering the group's might through unprecedented levels. Everyone believed in the intense school's new beginnings. Everyone adored her. The only one within the group who felt uneasy was the girl's father. There were many new members, but many were leaving as well. There was no problem, they were free to choose, but why does everyone who leave end up dying? They have spread not just over the internet. They keep finding instances of suicide or disappearances within their mountain community, their little kingdom of a religious group. 3 incidents in a year would have been a lot, but this year alone there were already 20. He couldn't stake off the suspicion of budding within himself. The girl's father kept a thorough investigation until he finally found the cause. Flesh piled on flesh, like a heap of snakes. The sign was none other than a hell that had gushed from Hades. In the middle of the night, her father had peeked into his daughter's chamber. Her chamber had become a massive canopy, housing dozens of acolytes. Desire, desire, desire wormed about. In the middle of was sat his daughter. The acolytes swarmed her like ants. It was an erratic, primary color kaleidoscope, a raging waterfall of sexual chaos. The Eiten school had become accused of being an immoral school. Sex conclaves do exist in various forms. However, his daughter's conclave fell under no known category. It was true that even every immoral school needed a fitting demon banquet. This ritual was no longer a unison between 2 individuals, it was a union between many, or a union between the dead. They are debauched and degraded by a lone, gorgeous priestess in white. There is no union here, merely a unidirectional flow. Everyone's self was a surge into her alone. Pretty as a flower, she smiled at the center of the scene. Despite his dread, his father returned to his senses and pushed past the men and women until he reached his daughter. He asked why. Zara replies, because it feels good. Yes, again, just for you? She laughed. Just for me, so it's fine. He glared. Then, have you had enough now? Zara laughed. Not at all.
父上、人間とは私だけがあればいいのです。他人と手を取り合って御仏と一体化するなどがそもそもの間違い。人間はただ楽しければよいのです。その果てに下脱への道は現れましょう。
The voice of a manifest bodhisattva echoed in the lust-steeped tent. Her father couldn't comprehend a single word his daughter was saying.
より多くの人間の快楽を踏み台にしたいのです。より多くの人間の受け皿になりたいのです。いかに語るまでもありません。私が人々の信仰の像になればよいのです。
Basically become a god. His daughter announced that she wanted to become a god, so that she could attain the ultimate pleasure. The father realized that she must kill her. At the ripe age of 70, he finally, for the first time, awakened to a truth. However, he was unable to move his arms, hands, or even a finger. His daughter's future was too pristine and too obscene. Or perhaps he wanted to indulge in her body more than anyone else. His daughter had said that immorality was good. Lunacy was exciting, in which case, wouldn't her father prove to be the ultimate offering to her? His daughter looked down. No. Her father sidled close. Why? His daughter keeps shaking her head. No, no. Her father's eyes turned bloodshot. Isn't it too late?
父上だけは配慮の外なのです。だって何もかも薄っぺらくて味がなさそうなんだもの。
She giggled. Beneath her downcast eyes, her moistured lips curled into a sinister, siren smile. In the end, her father did not kill his daughter. He instead expelled her. The reason was simple. She violated two precepts. Women must not live with women. One must not reject enlightenment. The exiled daughter apologized to her father and left the next day. The next day, she finished up the rest of her business and left the religious group for good. The group no longer had any living members. Discord within the ranks resulted in mass slaughter. To a total of 60 people, including the group's founder, passed away in a single night. And thus, the sole surviving girl left the place of her birth and upbringing. When she left, she took with her a tool her father used in ceremonies the skull used to worship. And that was free. She broke all rules. It is said that the Shingon Tachikawa school was three precepts. Women must not lay with women, one must not reject enlightenment, and the final precept, one must not steal one's master's a tool of their craft. Was it really stealing if the guy was already dead? But at that point, it was just inheritance. This concludes the girl's chronicle. Now I know precisely what kind of opponent I'll be facing. The Holy Grail War underway over the near side of the moon, and the events of the far side of the moon may just be the same story. In one, a wise man had populated battlefields out of his over-concern for mankind's future, and the other, a saint seeks to destroy humanity out of excessive pursuit of her own desires. I can't tell which one of them is good and which of them is evil. The moon assigns equal value to certain things: social evils versus individual happiness, lofty wishes versus trifling wishes. I'm close to the core. I recall that my modest wish is to save not only the world but Sakura. Such a future is unscribable and far too small wish to pit against that avatar of selfishness. But I have no doubt in my mind I know what I want. A small desire will crush Kiara Sechuin's desire. Alright, that was basically just to guarantee that you did not like Kiara by the end. Yeah, a bit rushed, but it is what it is, right? Sechuin Heavenly Paradise. A lot has happened over here in the core. The blanket of malice had clung to endless space is now entirely gone. Benevolent, selfless love pours continuously to fill the rift that was left. The black of hatred has become the pink of the light, and the clouds, there are clouds in the sky, flowers in the land, and joy for the people. It's Kiara Sechuin's world. Only she is liberated from her humanity in this paradise, her egomaniacal Sukhavati.
早いな。しかも単身で乗り込んでくる無謀。若さゆえか、それとも気概の違いか。どちらにせよ、キアラ好みの行動だ。あの女をこれ以上喜ばせてどうする？ますます手がつけられなくなるぞ。片棒を担いでおいてなんだが、サーバントを連れて出直してこい。お前一人ではそれこそ野いちごのようにあっさりと。
アンデルセン、親切な忠告はそこまでです。私を嫌うのはあなたの自由ですが、私のものに手を出すことは許しません。彼女が来たのなら、この私の髪で、指で、唇で、丁重に歓迎をすると言ったでしょ。
It's Kiara. It seems that she can perceive her surroundings despite being inside the cocoon of light. Also, the pain in her voice is now gone. To my chagrin, all I can do is grit my teeth. I knew this wouldn't be easy, still I had hope that I would manage to get Sakura back, but now Kiara is transformed.
勝手にしろ。俺の宝具は全てお前に注ぎ込んだ。害虫め、本性を表すがいい。
しかり、私は毒虫です。花という花、蜜という蜜を集めなければ羽ばたくことも叶いません。ですが、それこそ神の在り方、得難き煩悩を好みに注ぎ、より高みへと申請する。一切衆生、悲痛仏性、草木国土、筆界成仏。生きとし生けるもの、無常無常の区別なく、すべての命を我がために使いましょう。
There she is. She's a composite. Just like an alter ego, Kiara was the fused power of multiple goddesses. No human can transform themselves into this degree, but Kiara Sechuin is no human. She probably lost her humanity many years ago, or in those mountains where she was born and raised. Now she's a wraith. Using multicolored tranquility to melt down the souls of whoever she pleased, she consumed countless people. Long before she absorbed Sakura and Bibi, before she took control of the moon cell, Kiara Sechuin lost her humanity. Still, what do I think of her? She's sinister yet seductive. Not being human certainly has tarnished Kiara's beauty. This is the place of a woman that steals the hearts of all who gaze upon her. I suddenly find myself tempted. Doesn't Kiara possess legitimate womanly beauty because she's not human? I reason with this for such fun.
なんということでしょう。私もっと抽象的なものになると思っていましたのに、こんな恥知らずな体になるなんて。これでは会うものすべてあなたにも不死だらな女と思われてしまいます。
Her gesture seizes my attention, and I don't get the chance to question her on if she ever looked in the mirror. Kiara blushes in embarrassment. Regardless if her body is lewd, Kiara has the face of a majestic angel. Unbelievable. I was dead set on finding her, but all it took was one gesture to blank out my mind.
まあねえ、このような姿では戦いも叶いません。わだかまりは互いの無知から固まるもの。どうか私に歩み寄ってくださいませ。さあ、明日の寝床でゆっくりと互いの話を咲かせましょう。
The angel puts out her hand. My instincts of screaming don't, but the voice and gestures melt away my reason. I must do everything I have to, and more to stop myself, but my trembling legs move me towards her. My consciousness is flowing, my soul is growing numb. I faced opponents stronger than me more times than I can count. Just standing in front of some of them was enough to make me lose heart. But this woman is on another level. All she does is smile, and that's all it takes. My body really is turning into slush.
まだ戦う気概があるのですね。結果の分かりきったことなんてつまりませんでしょうに。おとなしく溺れなさいまし。私本当にあなたたちが好きなのですよ。あなたも BB もさくらさんも。あの虚構の学園で過ごすのならずっと生かしてあげましょう。その度に何度も何度も新しい刺激を用意しましょう。聖杯戦争でも恋人同士の殺し合いでも人類の滅亡でも何でも。だってその苦しみ、その叫びが私の官能になるのです。あなたは私に生かされる。私はあなたに生かされる。それで良いではありませんか。
He speaks from the bottom of a heart loaded with love. What kind of person could took a love so galactic in scale to cry it as evil? This is what makes Kiara demonic. No intelligent life, nor being a possessed desire can resist her love.
しばらくしばらく愛さえあれば全て OK などバチ当たりにも程があります。
There
と
she
いう
goes.
かそんな無法が許されるのは真の愛を持つ者のみ。あ、それは誰かと問われれば天意無法狐耳系万能若奥様。この
そんな。あなたは確かに銀河の果てに飛ばしたのに。概念宇宙であれ一瞬で詰められる距離ではありません。光より早く飛んできたとでも。
もち光より早く飛んできました。何しろ旦那様が悪魔にたぶらかされるかの瀬戸際ですから。時間の逆行も何のその馬頭星雲から銀河系まで無に短縮。これがゼロ距離恋愛というものです。
Casper came running after me. And that outfit. It's a mythological mystic code that we got so we can face BB.
よくぞ言ってくれました。下道相手にはもったいないですが、これも世のため愛のため。 たとえ最後になりましょうとも、このキャスター全力全開でご奉仕させていただきます。
I had a grip on my sanity, but Caster's voice treated. I take a deep breath and collect myself from my stupor. How pathetic of me. One more step and I would have been bested without a fight.
間に合ったか。まさに真打ち登場だな、キャスター。
当然です。そもそも抱き見店舗は私のもの。パチモンを見過ごすとかありえねえし。さあご主人様、遠慮することはありません。自分の愛のためならガイアなんて知ったことじゃない系女にきつい要求を。
Caster's right. I know what I must do. No matter how powerful a transformation Ataraxia undergoes, no matter what her intentions are, it all ends here. We're going to throw everything we've got at her to take care of Sakura and our future.
さあ目論見が外れたぞ、キアラ。あのお嬢さんはお前の色香にはたぶらかされんときた。
そのようですね。悲しいですが、これも因果。私をこの座に押し上げたあなたを消してしまうのは残念なのです。私がかつてそうであったものの記念ですから。ですが、こうも考えましょう。特別なあなたを使って私はかつての私と決別する。私が神になるための最初の随記となっていただきましょう。
人が神になるなんて少子千万。つかそれ本気で難しいですから。神格を得たければまず人間としての生を全うし、死後にことほぎを受けるのが筋。あなたのやり方では怨霊と相なりましょう。
いいえ、まだ理解が及んでいませんのね。神になるのは結果論です。私はただ自分の欲望に忠実なだけ。私は全ての人間に愛されたいのです。地上全ての人間の快楽の受け皿になりたいのです。まだ生きている全ての生き物の欲望のはけ口になりたいのです。
Which means...
そう。何万何億という人間を使って最大の快楽を得たいのです。ほら、そのためには神になるしかないでしょ。
I don't blame Caster for having no words to return with, but I know Ataraxia's past. I know her words are the unadulterated truth. I also understand that she is the ugliest evil of all in the world. This is the ultimate human lust. It's not that Saint longs to become a mighty god. She plainly stated that she's going to become a god purely so she can please herself.
嬉しいわ。あなたは分かってくれたのですね。私がどのような生き物なのかを。過去を見せた甲斐がありました。ああ、私は本当にあなたを得難いと思っています。だからこそもう止められない。あなたの人生をこの手で台無しにしたくて仕方がないのです。その後で私は地上に降りましょう。多くの人間がそうしているように、私も個人の欲望にふけるのです。
Here she comes. Our god maybe did what she did so I could survive to help someone else, but Ataraxia has been doing none of that. She consumes the lives of others only for her own pleasure. We get that the screwy narcissist love will make its way out of the moon.
いよいよ最終章だな。悪の権化として覚悟はいいかキアラ。
もとより私は私の思うままに善行を積み重ねる。善悪は計りがたく、この世が平等である限り平等の幸福など存在しない。故に私一人の愛でこの宇宙を満たしましょう。私一人の犠牲をもってあらゆる知恵を救いましょう。それでは皆様、再度の日取りでございます。天上下脱なさいませ。
There we go. About time. It only took like what, 2 hours? 1.5 hours to get here? There we are. Caster.
和光同時
Yara Sashuin and Haichi Anderson.
慈悲です。戯れといたしましょう。
Live or die by the sword. Let's go.
神とは超越者であると同時に与えるもの、与えられることだけを目的としたあなたに神の座は不相応。即刻退去していただきます。
あなた様に叱られては私も恥じ入るばかりでございます。さすが悪霊落ちした方のことの葉には重みがありますね。まあ負け犬という重みですが、
このアバズレ、ご本尊に喧嘩売りやがったな。しかも犬扱いとか、もう宇宙の果てまで呪い殺す。不法占拠はここまでだ。
Yeah, Kiara is pretty much the opposite of Caster here. Caster is a goddess, for one. Second, she basically the love that Caster feels is basically for one person only, essentially. Let's just do whatever, really. We just want to get the Noble Phantasm as fast as possible and then just blast her.
貝のかけらよ、命に刺され。
Thankfully, Anderson doesn't do the bullshit that the Priestman does of blocking our MP. So we're always good on that front, at least. We do 1,000 damage, which is extremely strong for what this is. Even when she guards. Alright, then we guard here so we can get a bit of stuff back.
苦も楽も同じこと、命の色でございます。
Alright, that's unfortunate.
神というのも考えものですね。
Let's go. Attack. Then we can break here. Let's just do this. Do this and do this. Alright, let's see what we can do with this.
参りましょう。
まだまだいけますかも。条件よ、砕け。
Nah, we didn't get the stun off.
捕らえましたわ。
ごまの焚き火と参りましょう。炎天よ、走れ。
Alright, Noble Phantasm is ready. Just gonna hold on a little bit more before we use it. There she goes.
小悪め、本性を隠しきれんのか。気をつけろ、最低最悪の宝具が来るぞ。
Yeah, I know. We can just do whatever we want here because, we are gonna get all our MP back just by doing the defend here. Anyways, let's just save just in case. Let's go.
ごまの焚き火と参りましょう。
炎天よ走れごまの焚き火と参りましょうカチカチですよまだ殴る
Alright, defending.
触らないでくださいます
And give me all you have, Kiara.
最後の時です生きとし生けるものすべての苦痛を招きましょう
It's still an insane little
無
phantasm.
変聖願度神陸妙地縁難所言語音量不動前奏法雲10万億度の彼方をこなし
We get 100 back, alright, not bad.
参りましょうよ
But yeah, still an insane little phantasm. Probably the craziest one in the whole franchise, I gotta be honest. I mean, not crazy, but like out of pocket, I guess. Alright, let's heal her up a little bit.
打臭を捨てれば楽になれるというの
Right. We need...
人間もいるわけだ。お前の天敵だな、キアラ。
we need Spirit Feed, then let's go for this, and let's go for the cave so we can guard.
お手柔らかに
We have so many elixirs, we don't even need to worry much about the FP, but still. It's always good to have that in mind.
炎天よ走れ
Of course, it didn't stun her.
節約節
Are
約
we gonna get hit? No, she got it. Awesome.
ごまの焚き火と参りましょう
Right, is she gonna buff herself? It's probable she's gonna buff herself. Let's see. Oh, what?
では皆々さん
Okay, she just didn't do anything. Okay, interesting.
大宴会を始めるといたしましょう
Alright. Let me see. I'm gonna guess she's gonna do this. Just in case. Alright, let's see.
バリバリ乗ろうぞまだまだいけますかも
苦も楽も同じこと
Ah, that's
命の色でございます
Alright, she buffs here.
ごまの焚き火と参りましょう 私の主戦力です
Nope. Alright.
炎天よ走れ
No, we got a stun off to the last one. That's nice. Alright, so,
見るに耐えん。見にくいな、キアラ。
alright, she's gonna code cast. We're just gonna recover just a little bit. I'm gonna guess he's gonna strengthen Kiara, so let's just do whatever. Alright, I think she should be good to do the Noble Phantasm after this. I should be able to do the Noble Phantasm after this. Piece of
命
Kai,
に刺され。
buff Kiara, strength, yeah.
炎天よ走れ
Got a good hit in.
ごまの焚き火と参り
捕らえましたわ
Right, she just like... Fuck, right, she has a fucking counter or whatever
カチカチ
that
で
is.
すよ
Man, we can't do anything. Or maybe... Okay, no, I think we actually saved it. We might have saved it, actually. That burst there was probably all we needed.
触らないでください
Right, Noble Phantasm next turn.
諸法無我など猿のざれ言家督とは蹂躙する者溢れ出る六欲に溺れましょうや
Perfect. Alright, time to go. Noble Phantasm.
どうやら遊びはここまでのようですね
Let's pull the Materatsu. And here we're gonna use an elixir here just for the all the MP back we're gonna get. And let's see. I think this should be do a good amount of damage.
ここは我が国神の国
水は潤い、実り豊かな中津国。国が打つ穂に水注ぎ、高間巡り、黄泉巡り、巡り巡ると水天日光。我が暮らす豊足原二十この国。八広の輪に輪をかけて、これぞ九重天照。水天日光、天照矢の雫石。いきます。1号、もっと2号、もっと大天これが私の奥の手です。もっと
Rolling 2000 damage by her hit, so
1号、2号、
you just go full out doing this attack.
大天これが私の奥の手です。もっと
Yeah. Let's see.
いきます。1号、
Alright, good.
2号、
Let me see. We need X5 and 4, so 4,000.
大天
We're gonna need to do 3,000 damage after
これ
this.
が私の奥の手です。もっ
Let's see there.
といきます。1号、
No more less. Okay. Let me see. Probably 1,000 or something, depending on how well the damage rolls go.
これが私の奥の手です。もっ
Yeah. Let's see.
苦も楽も同じこと、命の色でございます。
She's doing the counter thing. Full elixir.
といきます。1号、
It breaks through it. Okay, that's awesome. The counter doesn't work with this spell, it seems.
大天これが私の奥の手です。もっ
One more and we're done.
みっともない。
Alright, Kiara.
あまり笑わせるなよ、キアラ。
Die.
ゲルダの涙よ、心を溶かせ。
Magic up. Yeah, sorry, that's not really gonna work for you, man.
浮気撲滅。またの名を一夫多妻強制権。
There you go. Easy peasy. I kind of shouldn't think that. Yeah, Kara's gone. She's very good at doing screams, the voice actress for Kiara. It's over. The mastermind that sent this Holy Grail war awry. Kiara's situation is defeated. She has absorbed Sakura and Bibi, taken over the Moonsail, and attained godhood. And this mere human, along with Caster, brought her to her knees. Hmm.
どういうこと、どういうことなの。私が勝とうが負けようが、最高の快楽が得られるはずだったのに、これっぽっちも心地よくありません。こんなに寂しいのは、地上で体を殺されて以来。いえ、その、なぜ私が倒されるのでしょう。私は間違いなく。
Her words carry feebly. Kiara taps towards it, whose final delirious a ramble.
何？分かっていなかったのか？ 確かに今のお前は全能だ。人間相手では負ける道理がないだろう。しかし、その人類の中でただ一人、お前では殺せない者がいる。他でもない。あいつだ。お前はアルターエゴだけではなく、BB とサクラまで取り込んだ。いや、彼女たちの力を元にした。故に、お前はあいつにだけは全能を振るうことができない。なぜかだとはっ、語るまでもない。核として取り込まれた彼女たちは、自らの恋を守るために、お前の中で必死に逆らい続けていたのだからな。
そんなこと、なぜ教えなかったのです、アンテルス。
いや、何？この星で唯一自分を打倒しうる敵がいる。それを承知で挑戦を受け入れるとは、バカな女だと思ったが。実際は、バカを上回るアホだったとは最悪だ。自分の弱点に気づかないまま、自信満々に正面から戦ったのだから。
知っていたら戦いません。適当な領域に飛ばして領域ごと破棄していましたのに。で、それも素敵なことですが、英雄でもなく救世主でもなく、同じ女に倒されたなんて、本当に男女の仲は不思議なもの。ムーンセルが手を焼くのも当然と言えましょう。
A light fades from Kiara's eyes. Her core has been completely destroyed, and Mooncel's powers are preserving her form for now, but that will run out soon. I see here for only the afterimage of Kiara's situation, which means Sakura and Bibi.
システムの不正終了を確認しました。リブートします。異常の原因である外部生態回路を破棄。稼働可能の管理システムを検索。発見。接続します。ヌーンセル再起動成功しました。全桜システムが凍結していた人類への干渉を再開します。文明の崩壊まで7日間を予定。その結末の全データを摂政院キアラにいえ、その命令は破棄されました。汚染さ不正に招かれたマスターを正常座標に戻した後、再セッティングに移行します。先輩、急いで中枢から脱出してください。ムーンセルの自浄機能が働きます。
It's Sakura. The voice belongs to Sakura. This is great. I can see her, but I know she's safe.
はい、先輩のおかげです。今は緊急措置としてムーンセルの制御を任されています。ムーンセルの初期化手続きを見届けたらすぐにそちらに行きますね。だから早く。
What about Bibi? Is Bibi with her?
彼女は私より長くキアラのプログラムに侵されていたから。
あの女がそう簡単に消えるはずがないのです。絶対ちゃっかり生きてますから、早く脱出しましょう。マスタ
ー。ムーンセルは事情レベルを5に設定。初期値にないデータは全てパージされます。
Oh boy.
急いでください。中枢から手さえすれば外界へのパスは簡単に通せますから。
We're pressed for time. The Moonstone Scores area includes both this place and the path that led to it. We just have to run for it. If we get caught in the spurt, people will earn ourselves a laugh at our expense. But before we can leave...
かくして魔王は倒され、少女はあるべき現実に立ち戻るか。いや、安易だ。王道だ。何のひねりもない。世にあまたある消費娯楽。誰の心に残ろうか。
Anderson is barking as he does, but it doesn't leave Kiara's side. When the master is defeated, their servant always goes down with them. Still, I can't help but feel like Anderson was supporting us from the beginning and all the way till the end. Just leaving him behind here is a bit...
なんだ。まだいたのか。骨の髄まで善良な女なのか。よせよせ。それでは息づかれるぞ。あいにく俺からお前に送る言葉はとっくに品切れだ。さっさと出ていけ。くだらん結末を見せつけた女の顔なんぞ見たくもない。それとも、ここで俺と共に消えるか。
Anderson's mind seems set. I turn away and run from the core, though it pains me.
敗者の傷に塩まで塗るとは、全くの凡夫、全くの三流役者だ。しかし、名書か悪書かなど、読者の遍歴によって変わるもの。その基準で評するのなら、やはり毒が強すぎるな。少年少女の恋が勝つなど、俺にはいささか眩しすぎる結末だ。
Alright, saving it is. Let's just override the Moonstone Core 1. Time to move.
おや、この通路は表側に続いていますね。さくらさん、いい仕事です。まっすぐ進めば無事生還。こんな領域とはおさらばごめんというところですが、まああとはなんとかなりましょう。さあご主人様、ハリアップ。この先
Time to get out.
で、これもデートと思うんだ私。よし、気合入った。
No, not really, Caster. We're just running for our lives. I don't think this counts as a date.
これ出雲の参道と同じ理屈。やば、人の足じゃ踏破できないっていうか、飲まれる、初期化に飲まれます。
それは404光年とされる理論貿易です。待ってください。今10億。
無理無理、そんなの無理です。さくらさん、早くずるして横道を作ってくださいな。よし、見えてきた。あれが工事と定時を隔てる壁。ぶっちゃけ3次元へのゲートです。
We met it. We were once to get inside. Once we... Wait. This is a barrier. How do we get in?
お下がりよ、マスター。この壁は元より開かぬもの。力ずくで破壊するほかありません。
Harsh fire from Caster's strikes. It caused the barrier that's the edge of the world crack lightly. Caster continues to unrelenting magic wallop. A little more of this might break the barrier, but...
秒の差で間に合わない。かも。
Caster brings out her very soul from each rending blow, but we are out of time. The reinitializing wave loose.
当に情けないわね、白い方は。ショートカットを作るだけで精一杯なわけ。
Maybe. Thank goodness she's alive and well. I'll let you stop the reinitializing wave for us.
でもさすがにこれきついですね。私もまだ体が残っていればうまくごまかすことぐらい。
Vivi's body is being disintegrated by the red wave. She'll end up vanishing from the crimson, into the crimson, waiting to pull her into safety. I try, but I can't get close. The black barrier Vivi puts up isn't just holding back the reinitialization wave, just to stop me from going back to her.
当然じゃないですか。私が何のために死体に鞭打って戻ってきたと思っているんです。本当に嫌だったけど先輩を助けるために我慢してやってるんです。ここで後戻りされたら意味がありません。
Vivi's falling apart. The handful of spirit ones left in her body are disappearing. Protecting Hakuto Kishinami all alone has been whittling away her body. This entire time, now she's about to disappear.
いいんですってば。私は元からないものでした。だからどんなに傷ついたってへっちゃらだった。ないんだから痛みも傷もつかないって理屈です。無理めな自己改造だってノープロブレム。全然辛くはありませんでした。
That's a lie. I know just how grueling the path she's taken has been. I know that she's been took over the moon cell ship, fully aware that would break her. That's what makes this infuriatingly frustrating. I mean, I don't understand. I never asked her to do all that for me. Never asked her to bear all this pain for me.
ああ、それがわからないのは当然です。先輩、大したことしてくれなかったし、いまいち冴えない人だったし。でもそれが嬉しかった。選ばれた才能ある人間が輝かしい手を差し伸べて選んでくれるより、どこにでもいるあなたが精一杯の言葉で笑ってくれたことが私たちには嬉しかった。私が夢見るにはそれだけのことで十分でした。
She said that that was enough for her. She must be referring to the old days back in the infirmary. Nobody was spending days chatting yet. That was enough for her to make an enemy of the entire world.
もう限界ですね。ああ、かっこ悪いったらない。城にたった数分しか持たないなんて。ほら、キャスターさん、早くその幸せな人を送ってあげてください。ずっと遠く遠く、私の手が届かないぐらい遠く、未練も夢も見えなくなるぐらい遠くに。
言われるまでもありません。ですが今回はあなたの勝ちかと。最後の最後で女をあげましたね、リービー。
The red wave engulfs Vivi's black light. Behind me, I hear a barrier cracking. At this point, even if I were to reach out to run to her, Vivi is too far.
さよなら。また今日に会いましょう。楽しかったな、あの日々は。あ、そうだ、最後に一つ言い忘れてました。なんで助けに来るのが嫌だったかというとですね、先輩に見せる最後の私がかっこ悪いのが嫌だなって。
She's disappearing. The red wave is engulfing Bibi, all while facing away from us, bracing her limbs She does her utmost to stand her ground and not look back. My fingers don't reach, they're no reclaiming our time together now. I couldn't save her, not even once. So that I don't leave her unrequited, I call out, Bibi! I called Bibi's name. Last I saw Bibi, she wore a seemingly troubled and disappointed smile. My outstretched hand grazed against her tattered black cloak. Suddenly, I witnessed a time-crossed vision.
例えばそれは道端に転がっている小さな石です。何かを叫んでいる石です。でも道行く人たちは気にも留めません。石の声は人間たちには聞こえないからです。そもそもその石だって自分が何を言いたいのか分かっていません。ただそこにあるだけのものでした。でもそこに変な人が通りかかって石を拾い上げると真剣に耳を澄ますのです。石は一層声を上げて自分でもわからない気持ちを伝えます。変な人はますます真剣な顔なのです。石はもどかしくなって自分の不器用さを恥じ入りました。自分がもっと人寄りなら、きちんとした人間なら確かな言葉を伝えられるのにと。その時に気づいたのです。石が叫んでいたのはずっとそういうものに憧れていたからだと。それを聞き届けた彼女は言いました。じゃあ一緒に行こう。まるで対等の友人のように、取るに足らない路傍の石をただ一つのものとして接してくれた。こんな奇跡を私は知りません。ムーンセルにだって記録されていないと思います。だからこの命はあなたのために。一時でもあると夢を見させてくれたあなたのために、私は獲得した愛を使うのです。
The tatters of her black cloak evaporate. Such was the vision I had glimpsed.
お急ぎください。あとはご主人様が出るだけです。
Casper takes me by the hand and we stand before the white barrier. Is there an opening somewhere? Before I can check for one, I get pushed from behind. In an instant, I was thrown into a silent void. I don't know where this is, but I don't hear the reinitialization wave. I turn my back. Casper, come on. However...
これで体裁は整いました。愛する旦那様を守れなかったとあれば、良妻系サーバントの名折れ。ささやかですが、これぐらいのご恩返しはさせてくださいませ。
Casper? Why is she just standing there staring at me? The opening closed for some reason. Her stare is gentle and almost like I'm being sent off. As if we're parting ways.
まるではありませんよ。私たちはここで別れるのです。マスター、月の裏側は死の国。本来なら入ったものは全て無に帰すもの。あるいは封じた魔性をさらけ出しましょう。私がこの姿のままでいられたのは、ひとえにご主人様への愛と言いたいところですが、やっぱりあなた様にマスターとしての力が残っていたからでしょう。私、自分を抑えることとか苦手ですし。ですので、ご主人様がそちらに行ってしまった以上、滅びるのは必定。どうか
This can't be. Cassie's going to disappear too. I fought alongside for this whole time. I had no memories. She believed in me more than I did myself. Cassie was irreplaceable to me. No amount of thanks could be enough to thank her. She would disappear right at the very end.
叶うのなら私ももっと長くお仕えしとうございました。3000世界のカラスを殺し、朝が来ぬよう祈るように。その気になれば今すぐにでも。ですが、それでは元の木阿弥。私はあなた様が与えてくれたこの姿を月の表側に戻るまでご主人様の記憶は戻らない。ですのでこんなことを告げてごめんなさい。言わずにはおられません。私は幸せでした。あなたがこの弱い姿の私を。
I called Cassie's name, and bashed against the material barrier. Now her face has become recognizable.
私ももうご主人様のイケメンじゃなくてご尊顔が見えなくなってよよよ。
Hold up. This all started off as tragic and violent. What was this charade? Across the barrier, I can see our crocodile tears at a caster.
悲しいです。ご主人様ったらまたそんな半眼で私を見ています。私そんなに終端場の似合わない女なのでしょうか。
Not exactly. It's not that she's not helping. She's actively ruining it so to be accurate. So hey, caster, doesn't it bother that you can't cross the barrier? You seem pretty cool about the whole thing.
もちろん私これでも上級サーバントですから。実のところ初期かなってへっちゃらなのです。太陽が月に消されるとかありえねえし。
You're not wrong there. She played me. Is she even going this far to leave me in bereavement? She makes Kara Setchwin look like an angel. How screwed in the head is his servant?
いえ痛いのは本当ですよ。体も心も痛いです。だって今回私さくらさんに負けたわけですし。
Yeah, she's more upset that we chose Sakura as our love interest in this route in her.
でもまあ私も余裕のある本妻。少しばかりはさくらさんに花を持たせてあげましょう。
Sakura can be the concubine as a treat.
ではこたびは一時のご休憩。第2幕は忘れた頃にやってくる。ほとぼりが冷めたらいろいろ手を尽くしてご主人様の元にお戻りしますから。
And off she goes. I still prefer the Archer version of this scene. It makes a lot more sense for his character, I will say, more than any of the others, to sacrifice himself for us and Sakura. Now that I think about it, this means that Cass will be fine, which is good. I can't hear her voice anymore. I'll leave behind a thank you and turn to where I think the way forward is. Yeah? There's no sense of direction in this place, but I walk towards where I think the way forward is. This place lies beneath the near side and the far side. I guess I'm in the middle or nowhere within that border. Let's go. We get the happy ending music and everything. Very, very beautiful vista, I will say. The white line of light surrounded by pure darkness, the footsteps, the stars. It's really very pretty. There's a door. Seconds pass, hours. After all that walking, you find a door that I figured out is an exit. Once I go through, I'll be back where I'm supposed to be, or at least, not that I believe, not that I have any proof. There are no more obstacles. BB who had taken over the moon is gone, Kiara who has corrupted BB is defeated, and all that's left is to enter this door. But before that, I call out behind me. Oh, you're there, Sakura. There she is. All healthy looking again.
Hi. お疲れ様でした、先輩。その先が出口です。どうぞ進んでください。あなたにはその資格がありますから。
There's no doubt that she's physically here. She's also partially transparent. This is the cost of remaining in the moon cell, or just like BB, she can no longer construct a body for herself. Well, none of that matters right now. I got to meet her again. With that, I know that what I need to do now. Come on, let's both get out of here. I grip her hand, but no longer feel any warmth in them. I'm fine with her just being here, though. I will not forget this time. I won't be going it alone anymore. If I'm going to return to the future, I'll be alongside Sakura.
ダメです。私はそちらには行けません。だって今回の事件の原因は私です。何もできなかったけれど、せめて最後の責任は果たさないと。私は自分ごと BB の生み出したシステムをリセットします。それで全てが元に戻るんです。今なら私がいなかったことにできます。表の聖杯戦争も正しく運営されて、取り込まれたマスターたちも犠牲になりません。
Sakura will have never existed. Sounds like she's going to alter the past, but it's probably something different. That includes all the abnormalities, all those who fell victim in the far side of the moon. The moment we were swept in the near side, it felt like we were just in Sakura's dream. Which means that once the dream ends, everything that happened will vanish with it. In my case, I would then return to the moment right before I was captured by the shapeshifter, only to be feeling that something strange happened. I will remain with the other masters.
はい。表側、正しい歴史では原因である私と摂政員キアラが消失するだけです。私の場合、私が消えても新しい私がいるので、保健室はあのままですけどね。
I see. Once I leave this area, I'll lose my memories of the far side, or rather, it'll be as if they never happened. In which case, I suppose it's completely pointless to take Sakura with me. Reason being, the moment I take it outside, I'll even lose the emotions I'm feeling right now.
そうですね。だから先輩は一人で行ってください。それを見届けたら。
Sakura's eyes tell me that she's chosen to disappear alongside the system's abnormalities. I get it. I let her go her hand, and after Sakura sighed in relief, I once again got a hold of her by the arms.
先輩
Not taking no for an answer here. Sakura said that nothing will remain. I'm okay with that, even that. Still, we're leaving together. To me, that's the most important thing I want to do. Whatever happens after, honestly, I couldn't care less.
どうして先輩の言ってることは破綻しています。元の世界に戻るために戦ってきたんじゃないですか。
That's only half the story. My goal now is to leave with Sakura. She's become dear to me. I only put down Kiara's ambitions and dealt with the moon's abnormalities because they got in the way of that goal.
私が大切。でも私はこの事件の元凶で。
Kiara's the one behind all of this. It's all over anyway, so let's not drag it back up. If the moon is going to get reset and the victims will no longer exist, then there will flat out be nothing to blame for Sakura for. Also, if a little hand-holding is enough to send her blushing, then that says just say it already. I want her to admit that she is happy that Haku Kishinami cares for her. Also, Sakura will not be disappearing. The system's abnormalities can go, but that's it. If we can make that happen, then at least want it to still exist. Maybe Haku Kishinami can stay the same person, but I want Sakura to forever be who she is. Not an NPC, but the same as any other human. She's connected to the moon cell. She could be able to pull some strings.
でも私は AI で未来なんて夢見ちゃいけなくて先輩と一緒にでもそれもきっと嘘なんです。だって私には愛がわからない。先輩を優先していい理由が。
I see. That's why Sakura blames herself that tortures her to the point of wanting to make herself disappear. Sakura once said, I give priority to Haku Kishinami because Haku Kishinami is capable of resolving this dilemma. Now that the dilemma is resolved, Sakura has neither reason, liberty, or logic behind prioritizing Haku Kishinami. Sakura was once shouted this, so long as I don't understand love, I can't confirm that I like you.
だからいいんです。私は BB とは違う。あの子のように矛盾は犯せない。どんなに先輩にそばにいてほしくてもその理由が私にはわからない。
Think. No, that's wrong. I may not know of a way to save Sakura either, but I can't tell her straight up that she's wrong about it.
私の間違い。先輩は愛が何なのか知ってるんですか？
What is love, anyways? Is it sympathy? Is it something to benefit from? The answer is that question will give Vivi and Sakura redemption, but I don't think any reason will prove convincing. So as long as a human has a heart, has life, they won't be able to explain the metaphysical concept of love. The love that humans speak of lacks purity as a system. What is affection? Tackling this problem mechanically or mathematically will surely break us, therefore... I may not know the answer, but I know where you're wrong. When one speaks of love, one shouldn't speak of reason behind it. I was told, embrace. I want to embrace you like this, because I love you.
理由は語ってはいけない。ただ好きということだけでその愛は肯定されて。
Yeah, people have tried to explain emotions through logic, but all that have failed. Love is illogical and irrational. It's a matter that science has yet to explain. But that's the reason why science advances. The concept of the heart is too blunder-prone a thing, too superfluous. Science seeks to prove why the universe produced such a thing. That's right. In the end of times, when all warmth was cooled, one day may this vague heart serve as the final salvation for all intelligent life.
ごめんなさい。こんなことに巻き込んでごめんなさい。ずっと隠していてごめんなさい。あなたが好きだって一緒にいてほしいってずっと言えなくてごめんなさい。
As if clinging on, as if to remove all doubt, our fingers intertwine. As I grip her hand tightly, I realize I was right in my struggle. I wasn't able to compete in the Holy Grail War as a master, but I got to leave something behind. I want to stay like this a little longer. but it looks like our time is up. This borderland may go on forever, but she can't maintain this door to the outside for that long. Let's go. We can do all we can do is head towards our rightful timeline, a future we can take back. I grip Sakura's hand and face the door. I may no longer be the person I am now once we leave, but until that moment comes, I want to finish this together with Sakura.
Senpai? 本当に私でいいんですか?
Of course. The same way Sakura wants to be with me, I want to be with her.
それでしたらもう一個だけ質問です。私が最後にものすごいズルをしても叱り
Go ahead. A crazy trick. I didn't expect to hear that. I definitely won't get mad if it were the capricious BB, then maybe. I don't think Sakura would do anything wrong by making trouble. As if shaking away the lingering reluctance, we spring off and onto the door. Now I'll be as if nothing happened. Our fight on the far side, Sakura's memories, this version of me trying to act strong will all disappear. Then I feel a tug at my hand. I turn back to Sakura and see.
そんなことにはさせません。先輩、私、すっごく欲張りですよ。
I see a warm smile beaming with hope. I slowly awaken. I feel like I was dreaming, something nostalgic. My body feels much heavier, but there isn't a trance of discomfort. It's like this weight is from me being back where I belong. It's like a weight of mine before I was even born. The wind caresses my cheek. There are organisms here visible to me, and microorganisms that aren't. There's the sun, water, and air. The smell is familiar and a sort of mixture. There's a sense of earth. There's also one scent that tickles my nostrils. It's a soapy smell, the smell of bare skin, the smell of clean clothes. I know this too. After all, this face belongs to the girl I've been with for so long. This is the face of the girl I wanted to protect and fought so hard for. Wait, why do I remember all that? I thought that once we went through the door we would forget everything.
骨坊さんなんですね。
I rouse myself in a hurry. I've taken notice, but I'm naked. I'm sitting inside some sort of capsule. Moreover, floating far off and above my side is a perfect luminescent circle. That's the moon. That's what it looks like from Earth. It's the actual moon. Which must mean I've returned from that summer spice and I'm now on Earth. I still don't remember anything from before I joined the Holy Grail War, but I haven't lost a single memory from my time on the moon. Am I on Earth?
はい、その通りです。ちょっとずるして、好きでの先輩をこっちに連れてきちゃいました。
Sakura smiles mischievously. So this is what her trick was. Well, I'm genuinely happy about it. But how did Sakura make it to Earth? I figured she couldn't exist outside of a cyberspace.
あれ、先輩？もしかして蘇生に失敗しちゃいました？
Well, whatever. I don't need to sweat the details. Sakura's here and is a Sakura I know. May have only been temporary, but Sakura has connected to the moon cell. I bet she could pull off any sort of miracles. It would also be thoughtless of me to hound her with questions.
はい、こうしてやってきちゃいました。あなたがそれでいいと言ってくれたから。
Okay, It was an impossible wish that I could never expect to come true, but I'm very glad I stated it anyways. I think I deep breath and squint. Unless I take a second, I may make myself dizzy out of excitement, extreme joy, and then falling back asleep.
そうですよ。また眠っちゃったら私寂しいです。先輩は普段のんびり屋さんですから。
I'm aware of that, and I appreciate that it didn't point if she didn't point it out. I may be absent-minded at times, but put me on the spot and I'll get flustered like any ordinary person.
そこは人並みじゃありません。平均よりちょっと上のとんでもない行動力の化身です。そんな先輩だからあの嘘の世界で何もかも助けられたんです。でもちょっと不安です。ここは何もかも物質的で単純な仕組みで動いているのにきっとうまくいかないことばかりなんでしょうね。
Yeah, she's not wrong. On Earth, theory alone isn't everything. Limited resources and ambition make this world go round. In this human world, even in the face of optimal solution, a clash with emotions can lead to trekking in unforeseen directions. Still, that's the reason why.
多くの未来、多くの未知が誕生する。怖いけどドキドキします。これが私たちの住む世界。長い時間をかけて愛を形にする世界なんですね。
That's right. I obtained neither the Holy Grail nor a miracle. Holy Grail, I mean. Despite being summoned to the moon, rather than being a hero and accomplishing something great, I chose something expected from a human to choose. Whenever the decision was correct depends on what I do from here on. Which is why I have only one thing to say right now.
さあ、どこに行きましょうか、先輩。ここで平和に暮らすこともできますけど、先輩はじっとしていられないでしょ。あなたはそういう人ですから。無力でも前に進もうとする。まだ見ぬ未来に恋焦がれる。うん。そんな人だから人形も人間に憧れた。あなたの力になりたくなった。どこまでもお供させてください。先輩が夢見るものが私の夢なんですから。
Her satisfied smile is that blinding. Yeah, I have only one thing to say right now. I'm glad I protected this smile, even if it means parting with an almighty miracle, to see this tiny miracle that blossomed from the moon smiling here.
それで先輩、今更ですけどちゃんと言葉にしていいですか。遅くなりましたけどあなたの気持ちが嬉しいです。あなたがいてくれて嬉しい。私あなたのすべてに恋をしています。
I get up from the capsule. Now that's something to hear, I smile back. My limbs aren't moving exactly as I'd like them yet, but I can clearly feel the earth in the wind. Geez, seems I slept longer than I realized. The battle continues. But now I won't be contending for something. It'll be to nurture something. And if that's going to prove difficult anyways, if the goal is going to be unending, then let the future be unreachable. For example, yeah, let the future extend so far that that one day I get another chance to meet all those people I miss so. I find myself looking at the sky, so out of reach. Let it go beyond that distant silver moon. And that was the CCC ending. It's pretty similar to all the others. The only thing that changes is the servant interaction with Kiara and the parser scene. Caster, as always, has to be a bit funny, even in serious situations. That's a bit of why I like Archer's the best, because it does fit his character a little bit better than a Saber or a Caster. Gilgamesh has a different version as well. It's a bit different than the other ones, but I think it's quite fitting for him. For seeing his character development in this game, which we'll see next time. I do think it's like the beginning of his redemption in the eyes of the fan base a bit, because the only time he showed up was like Zero and Saint Knight, which he was an asshole to the max in other games. But yeah, for now, that's just basically it for the CCC route, and yeah, just gonna let the credits play out, and we'll see you at the end. The end. Alright, clear data. Yeah. If you load a saved data from the CCC route, you will get a special interrogation scene with BB. I have it in my Archer Let's Play as the last video. You can take a look at that if you want. I'm not going to replay it here. So yeah. That is gonna be it for this time. I've actually I'm gonna pause a little bit the Fate Extra videos just for a few days because the new games are gonna be coming out and I want to take a look at that. And 2 games in the schedule is already too much, especially with the reverse update coming up. So yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you all next time for more Fate Extra CCC. Ciao.